Hello, Cherif Medawar here, and I want to talk to you about setting up real estate funds. What do you need to know? What do you need to do? First of all, what you need to figure out right away, as soon as possible, is when you offer your shares, the units, you're going to set up an LLC, and you need to know what's the minimum an investor coming in should invest with you. Is it 5,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 20, 25? I know from experience what's best. And I can tell you, it all depends sometimes on what you're going to invest in. If you're going to invest in big assets, in small assets, is it cash flowing, is it development? So the next thing is you're going to actually try to decide and make a clear outline in your private placement memorandum that you're going to give the attorney. What's the time frame? Is it going to be, let's say, $10,000 a unit? And there will be a minimum of, let's say, 5 units, so it's 50,000 to be invested. And then the actual investment is going to be at least 5 years. If that's the case, then you need to have that clearly outlined, because these are private funds. It's not like they're able to just change their mind and go ahead and sell the shares that they invested with you. So the time frame, so how much is the minimum? Let's say minimum unit 5,000, 10 units minimum, so it's 50,000. And then how long is going to be, let's say 5 years. This is the estimate. You can never be exactly very sure of the time frame. And then number 3, when you're going to start doing payouts. So are you going to do monthly payouts, quarterly payouts, semi-annually? You may actually do no payouts because you're going to be doing a development. So you need to say, hey, listen, there will be no payouts for the first year and a half because we're doing rehab or we're doing developments, etc. So it's very important to outline for the investors coming in. Then you need to also decide if it's going to be a debt fund or an equity fund. A debt fund is one whereby the investors become creditors, so they actually get a steady payment. They have a promissory note. And an investment that is a fund that would be an actual equity fund will be one where they actually get some cash flow and then an upside when you sell the property. And let's say you're estimating to sell it in 5 years, and that's the plan. That's going to have to be spelled out. Now, it's very important to explain all these things clearly, so your private placement memorandum becomes your legal piece as well as your marketing piece, although it has all the disclosures and disclaimers, because the private placement is going to say who you are, what you do, who you're after, let's say accredited investors, or if you're a Reg D 506C or your Reg D 506B, which I explained in other videos that you could see, and how many investors you would like, how much money you're raising, how much you're going to borrow, and you leave yourself some contingencies. For example, say we're going to borrow up to 70%, but we also need to keep 10% as capital reserves because you're going to rehab the property or something like this. So it's very important to spell out all these things. You give them to the attorney, you do it in an actual business plan. So this way the whole thing is clear and the whole thing is spelled out, and you're able to go raise your capital, blessed by the SEC compliance and rules, and you're able to grow from one fund to actually many assets in it, or from one syndication to numerous syndications. We help people set up the syndications, we give it to you turnkey, we teach you how to deploy the capital, teach you how to actually raise the capital properly and stay in compliance with the SEC. So reach out to our office, and if you like what I'm sharing with you and you have questions or you want me to share something else, just put it below in the comments and I'll right away get you updated on what's going on. Thank you.